Well, hello friends, welcome back to the program. Today we are going to look at making a font picker, or font chooser, because currently when you want to select a font, for example for use in the text editor, you have to go and pick it out in this menu here. And this is really the only way we offer up the font selection in the graphical interface, and it's maybe not the most user-friendly. So these are the font family, font size, and font weight numbers here. So basically we do divide our fonts into these attributes, so it should be pretty doable to make a nice font chooser instead. Font picker or font chooser. Do we have a chooser? We have a process chooser, and we have color picker and file picker. I guess I like font picker because it reminds me of color picker. So let's go with font picker. Okay. So much like color picker, it will be a dialog. So something that we pop up. So let's just go and sketch this thing out. Font picker, okay. Font picker. GUI dialog. Okay, it's been a while since I made a dialog, so shouldn't be anything too confusing. But we're definitely going to use the new GML for designing the user interface. So in fact, maybe we should just start with that. So let's bring up the GML playground here and come up with our UI. So I'm thinking something very basic like the font picker in Windows and Mac, where they have sort of they have a bunch of columns where you choose like the family on the left, and then you choose the like family specific stuff in the columns on the right. So how would that be? It would be like I guess it's a horizontal box layout. So, and then we have maybe 3 widgets. One for each attribute. So this is the family widget here. So we'll start with the label up top. Oh, I can't autocomplete vertical box layout. That's a bit annoying. Okay, so first we do a label up top. So GUI label. No, not link label. Label. Text family. Okay. And then underneath that we want, I guess, a list view with all of the different families that we can choose from. Doesn't have to be fancier than that, I think. And then family list view. Yeah. And then, oh, the list view is not registered. Okay, so let's use a placeholder widget here, just while we're editing, so that we can see what it would sort of look like. Okay, and then let's put some more of these next to each other. And I think we'll give these labels a fixed height of maybe 16. Yeah, something like that. And we can even alignment, text alignment, center left, let's say. Okay. So we'll have family, and then we will have size or let's do the weight first, actually. And size in the end. So size list view and weight list view. Something like that. And then actually I would like to have a preview of the font underneath all this. So, maybe we should wrap this in a vertical layout, actually. And then there's no good way to indent everything at once. That would be a nice thing to have. Or even like an auto indentation feature that would sort of format the whole GML file correctly, indentation wise, but we don't have that right now, so we'll just have to go manually here, but it's not such a big deal. All right, almost there. So let's go ahead and put a preview underneath here. So a widget. And how is this going to look? I guess we will have a, maybe that would be like a sample text, you know, like the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog, right? So let's try that. So let's put a GUI label here. The quick, oh, we need a layout. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Okay. And should we maybe put this in a group box, I wonder? That looks kind of nice. And wait, I can't autocomplete. The auto-completion has stopped working. Okay. Don't know why. Anyway, I have to go and look it up then because I don't remember. Title is the name I'm looking for. Title. Yeah, title. So this would be something like sample text, right? And then maybe we'll give this group box a fixed height, something like that. Okay, it's kind of starting to come together here. And you have to admit that this is pretty neat, like designing the interface this way. I certainly, at least I certainly feel like it's a huge upgrade over writing it out in C++ and then compiling to see it. Like now the fact that I can just see it live as I'm sketching it out is super duper helpful. Okay, so I think this is pretty good. Is there anything more that we need? I guess we need some buttons actually, like an OK or cancel, things like that. So let's do a little button container on the bottom here. Very simple, fixed height, say 22. And we will give him a layout, horizontal box layout. And we will have OK. Let's say these are 80 pixels wide. Is that good? 80? That's pretty good. And maybe a cancel. And maybe we push these boys over on the other side with an empty widget here. Yeah, that looks pretty tidy. So I feel like the outer layout here, it doesn't have quite the margins that I would like, I guess. So Oh, wait, the margins go in the layout. Yeah, that feels a bit more proper. Because otherwise, it's like we're too far from the edges. Or too close to the edges, rather. Like there's not enough space between the button and the edge of the window. But if you put a little margin, it looks a lot more natural. And it gives you a little chance to grab at the resize handle without worrying about clicking cancel. And let me just check. It's normally okay, cancel apply, right? But in this case, we don't have apply, so I think this is fine. All right. So let's name these boys. Name OK button. So that we have to give them names in order to reach them from the C++ code so that we can attach logic to these things. That's why we use the name property. Oops. I keep reflexively pressing Control S to save, but this app doesn't actually save, so I have to move it over to the text editor here and save as fontpicker.gml. All right. So let's go ahead and grab that from the disk image. Font picker GML. The GUI font picker dialog.gml. Okay. And then let's make sure that we compile this. So I have to cheat and look at the invocation for GML compilation because I don't remember. Compile GML, right? Font picker dialog. It would be nice if it could infer all of these things. And then we just have to add it down here as well. Okay, so are we good? I think so. Okay, so let's start doing the CPP file. This, so far I really like this new workflow of designing the UI in GML instead of C++. It feels a lot more engaging and less like trial and error oriented. I mean, there's still trial and error, but there's a much shorter time between the trial and the error, so it's nicer. Font picker. Okay, so font picker. And I guess after you successfully use the font picker, you will have to query it for the font. Yeah, and we'll just store that for you. Okay, yeah, there will be more details to figure out here. But right now, let's just load up the UI. Font picker dialog gml.h. Yeah. So if you look inside of that, it's really just we just take the GML and turn it into a raw string so that you can load it from C++. And then this is parsed and interpreted at runtime to instantiate the interface. So it's very, very dynamic, actually, which is cool. Okay, so what kind of stuff do we need here? Also, I was using placeholder widgets, so we should probably fix that. Font picker, text editor. Instead of text editor, these should be list view. Okay, and then we also need to go ahead and register the list view widget so that we can actually instantiate it from GML. That was the reason that we couldn't do that, because there is no registration. So this just sort of creates a path for the runtime to find a certain widget's constructor by name so that it can be instantiated dynamically. Okay, so font picker, I guess we need to have a few more constructor params. Yeah, so let's just fix that up. We need, what does file picker have? Parent window. And maybe we should pass in the current font that you've been using. So current font, let's say. But if you don't have a parent window, that's okay too. We can still make it work for you, I think. All right, so first we will call up to Dialog and give him the parent window, because that's what he wants. And then mfont can just be current font. Should we perhaps encapsulate that in a set font? Something like that. Set font. Okay. And then what do we want to do with this? We want to, well, now we're going to need a bunch of data models so that we can show stuff in these list views. So that sort of becomes the next thing. But of course, the first step is to load from GML. Oh, wait. Dialog is not a widget, it's a window. Oops, forgot about that. Set main widget. Yeah. And then widget load from GML. Okay, here comes the magic. Font picker dialog GML. Boom. Okay. And then let's have some pointers here to the various list views that we care about, and also to the, I guess, to the sample text thing. So let's see, I forgot to give a name to the sample text label, because we need to change the font of this label. Yeah, so we'll just call it that. Okay. And then here we are going to store a bunch of things. So a list view, family list view, weight, size, and also we need the label, sample text label. Okay. And now we're going to go and pick these up from the GML. Of course, if we can't load the GML, we should crash here. Okay. So this part is slightly cumbersome right now, and I definitely want to improve this. So the way that you find one of these is that you ask the widget for one of its descendants by name. So in this case, you say family list view. And yeah, so this definitely feels a little bit Cumbersome. Wait, why don't you like? GUI list view cannot bind to a value of unrelated type. I guess because I cannot see the list view declaration. But what if I did that? Yes. Yeah, so the fact that you have to cast here, I don't like that. So at some point I want to make a templated find helper that sort of, you look up something by name and you also tell it which type you expect that to be. And then if it finds something but it's the wrong type, it would fail with some helpful message or something, or helpful assertion failure. Because right now I could cast to the wrong type here and nobody would tell me. That wouldn't be super great. But this is where we are right now. And this, of course, is a label. Sample text label. All right, there we go. And you also need to see the label declaration in order to cast it. Cool. All right, so whenever we set the font, what we want to do is set the font of the sample text label as well. Set font, and then we just set the font on that label. Okay, and then let's see. So let's make terminal throw one of these up when we start, maybe. I guess we need an action for this. So let's see. I just put one at the bottom of the context menu. Pick font action. Font. Wait, do I have any font icon? I'm just thinking, do we have any icons for this? Grab font. We have font editor. I guess we can use that for now. Yeah, let's go with that. Oops. Okay. Pick font action, sure. And let's give him a keyboard shortcut that's nice and easy to press, just for testing. So key F4 maybe. Can just slap F4 when we start up and should give us a font picker. Okay, picker is GUI font picker construct window and terminal dot font. Why do I have to do that? Oh, it's a const font. Interesting. I guess it doesn't matter. We can take a const font here. It's not the end of the world. We just have to fix this. Because we're not changing anything about the font. We're just gonna be looking at it. And possibly choosing a different one. Okay, so we constructed the picker, but we need to actually show it as well. So picker exec, dialog exec, okay. So if you choose okay, then terminal set font, picker font, something like that. Of course, none of the None of the logic exists yet, but boom. Okay, we can at least get this UI to show up. And I see now that we need to turn on background autofilling. But we can do that. We'll do that in the GML actually. Fill with background color true. Okay, that's a bit more like it. It's actually quite nice. So what size should we start this thing out? Also the sample text is, I mean, that's kind of good actually. This may be a good size. So say 540 by 300. Yeah, let's do that. Font picker. Okay. And then we'll set a title as well. Font picker. Should we call it font picker or choose font? It's not so bad. So yeah, this feels very reasonable. Okay. That icon. I guess this icon is okay for this for now. We can definitely get a better icon, but even so, like that's pretty good. And let's see, font. Let's use this for the window icon as well. So set icon, just to spruce it up a little bit with a window icon, because that looks neat. Okay, all right. So yeah, so this is this dialog is modal, as you see. So like I can't actually interact with the terminal while it's blocked by this modal window. And the fact that we're blinking here, that's definitely a bug. We shouldn't be blinking when you can't input. It should stop blinking. Why doesn't it stop blinking? That's what it should look like. Interesting. So when this thing is up, it doesn't realize that it should stop blinking. Well, that's a bug, but that's not what we're here to do now. So let's create some data models for these list views. These will be very, very simple. Model. Okay, so family model, font family model, families. Okay. And here we will, oh, I always forget what I need to override. A bunch of these, right? Oh, wait, isn't there like a simple model or something? List model? There's some helper for this that I can grab from somewhere. I feel like item list model has a vector T. Yeah, this is what I want. Item list model. Let's try to use that. We don't have to do a bunch of repeat work, because it's really nothing special here. It's just we just want to create some simple models that have all of the system fonts in them, which we will extract from the font database in libgraphics. So okay. And let's see, what do we do now? So we select something. Basically, when you select something in the family list, then it should populate the other two, right? So then it should populate the weight list with the weights that are available in that family, and then it should populate the size list with the sizes that are available for that family and weight. Yeah, that's what we got to do. So the family list should always be populated. So we can do that one on startup, basically. And really what we want is just, how did that work again? Item list model is templated, type T. Okay, so it's whatever we want to store in there. So the families are strings. And then these will be the weights and the sizes. Yeah, and these we'll change these. These two will change, and the families is loaded only once. Because maybe in the future it would be cool to support like dynamically adding fonts to the system, but right now, well, let's not worry too much about stuff like that. Okay. So graphics, font, database for each font. Here we go. Oh, I guess it would be cool if this thing could filter. If you only want fixed width fonts, then it could like filter for you. But right now, let's not think too much about that. Oh, we have to call on the. Okay. Families. Oh, wait, this needs to be a. We need to keep track if we've already seen them. So let's do it this way. Family, something like that. Oh. M families. Append family. Okay, and then family list view set model. Item data, item list model. String create M families. Does that make sense? Yes, I guess that makes sense. Okay, that's pretty cool. So now we can select from all of our font families that we have here. And then we want to do something when you select one here, then it will populate this one and so on. So let's do that. Let's see. So that will be some logic here. So family list view on selection. And gives us an index of what's selected. That's cool. All right, so then we can just say font database for each font. Yeah, we'll just loop over the database again. It's no big deal. We don't need to make a cache or something. Let's let the font database worry about caching. So weights clear. Weights append. Oh wait. If font family is. Okay, so this is we have to say new family is index.data. to string. I think that's it. Okay. And then if the font family is the new family, then we will add this weight to our list of weights. Okay. And then after we are done, we will do this, weight list view, create with M weights. Okay, and then when you select something in the weight list view, okay, we need to keep track of these things. So M family is this. So when you select a family, then, oh, what do we do here? Okay, well, let's just push forward and we'll figure it out. Okay. So if it's the right family and it's the right weight, and then here now we're trying to enumerate the sizes. So sizes, append, font, presentation size. I'm not sure why I called it that, but yeah. Okay, and then here, weight, M weight is index data to int. Okay. And when you pick a size, then we just want to store that. All right. So let's see if this UI behaves at all the way that I imagined in my head. To I32. All right, that's fine. Okay. So yeah, oh, these are not unique. We need to fix that. Of course. Need to make a hash table. Of int weights. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then it would be nice to thinking about sorting and stuff, but well, let's focus on one thing at a time. So this part seems to work, and then the trick is when you select something here, it needs to nuke whatever's in these. So when you select something here, we should, I guess we should auto update these two somehow. Let's see. So when I select a family, or when you call set font, we should select that font in this list. So we should find it in the list and select it. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and if you're unsetting the font, then we should clear everything. Wait, so how do we do that? I guess weights clear, sizes clear. And then we need to update both of those models. So wait, let's view model or set model null footer. It's maybe the easiest. Otherwise, okay, so we'll iterate the list of families. Okay. First thing, we gotta find the index of the family here. Families at I dot. Oh, these are just string names. Right. So if that one is equal to font family, then family index is I. Break. All right. And then all we need to do then is say family list view set cursor family list view model index at family index GUI abstract view selection update set scroll cursor into view. Yes, we want that. And this is a pointer. All right, so then we just have to do the same thing with the other things. So like with the weight index, and then we set that one. Yeah, this is a little bit roundabout, or like it's kind of overly verbose what we're doing here, but at the same time, it doesn't have to be perfect. There's probably better ways to express this. Right now we are just trying to make it work. And then finally, oopsie doopsie, finally we just want to do the same thing with the size index. Yeah, this could definitely be some kind of a helper, but who cares? Okay, so basically now what I wanted to do is just pre-select the font. This is Chilla 412. Is that right? Is that the one we have? Yes, Chilla 412. So if we switch to Lisa 924 and bring that up, it's Lisa 924. So that works. That's pretty cool. And then whenever you click on one of these, then let's just make it simple now. We can just nuke. When you click on family, we will repopulate this guy and nuke the sizes until you choose a new weight, and then that can probably be refined later. So when you pick a family, we will say click. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so now I guess we should actually show the sample text in the right font. So that would happen when we have all three. I guess for now we can do it when you set size. Let's see. Set font. Get. Okay, so you have all three, so we should be able to simply get it. Family, size, and weight. Okay. That's pretty neat. So yeah, it definitely needs to switch nicer. Like when I click here, I want it to update immediately instead of staying on the old setting. So I think what we want is when I pick a new family, it will try to choose the weight I already had. And then if that's not available, it would just pick whatever. And then would try to pick the size I already had, if that's possible. Okay, so when I switch families, this feels a little bit spaghetti-like almost. I don't like that. But let's just push forward. So I select something in the family list. Sure, now I have a family, and I've updated the weights here. And I guess I would like to select a weight if possible. So we know the old weight that we had. We should probably track these as optional so that we know whether we had one or not. Yeah. Okay, so old weight index of old 8 in new list. Okay. We'll need an iterator integer here so that we can see where we are. Okay. Oh, shit, right, this is a hash table. Forgot about that. Okay, never mind that part. And let's try that one more time. Let's do it this way. If weight is, well, if m weight has value and and weight is m weight value, index of old weight in new list is I. If we don't have it, okay, wait, one thing at a time here. So if we have something to select, then set cursor index for the index of old weight in new list. Okay. If it's not there, we will just pick the very first entry, I think. So I'll just pick number 0. This could be fancier, like you could choose the nearest, for example, but right now, well, let's just pick the first one. Update sample label. Okay, and let's make a helper for this. So font picker, update sample label. And then the trick is that we need all these things to have values or it's not going to work. So if M family doesn't have a value, or actually, let's just check that all of them do. Then we will set it. All right. So I'm getting the value from these. I know that it's safe because I just assigned to these optionals right before. So let's see. So this doesn't quite work right, but if I have 400 here and I go here, it stays in 400. That's cool. And 700 stays in 700. So that's what we want. Now we just want it to automatically pick a size also. So when I activate a family, I want it to pick a weight and actually select the weight. Wait, why doesn't on selection trigger? That's a bit weird. Does set cursor does not trigger on selection? Selection set selection is called. Wait, but then who fires on selection? Did update selection. Okay, so who calls that? Notify selection changed. Well, who calls that? Model selection. Okay, so let's see. Set cursor. So the view calls set selection. That seems fine. because we just call mSelection set, which is the model selection, and then that will notify selection changed. All right. It's a little bit suspicious that this doesn't trigger, but let's see. What if we did this? Wait, list view on selection. Or wait, is on selection special somehow? Selection change, because we have on selection and on selection change, which are two separate things, which I do not like. But it is that way right now. Something that we should definitely consolidate. Let's just do this. So wait, list view cursor index. What happens if I just force? Oh, wait. Is it that when I nuke the model, then it doesn't nuke the old cursor index? So it thinks it's a no-op because the cursor doesn't move, even though the model is switched out. I think that's probably the issue. Yeah, when you set the model, then we need to nuke whatever the cursor was. Cursor is totally invalidated. Wait. But that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, we kill it here, cursor index. It's already being nuked. Okay, hold on. Let's do some printf here. So, wait selected. And family selected also. See what's actually happening when we select here. Okay, family selected, weight selected. Okay, so it is getting notified that the weight is being selected. But then it doesn't actually update the sizes list. Why is that? Weight selected. Wait, I am so confused. Is the UI just not updating? No. Oh, wait. It says 400. If I switch to 700, then back again. So, weight selected. Is it that we need to clear the weight at some point? Something is wrong with the loop here. I just don't know. Checking if say match for, yeah, let's just do this. Okay, so I'm clicking on Chilla, and then it's looking through here if Chilla 400 is a match for Chilla 400. This should be a match, right? If they are the same, then sizes append. I mean, what the heck? Found sizes. It shouldn't be empty. Yeah, so it's finding the sizes, it's just not showing up here. Why is that? Size list view. Size list view model is... Okay, I'm just gonna do some dumb checking here because what the heck. And let's also do row count. Because what the heck. It has a row count. What? Oh, wait. Oh, wait. We're nuking it here. Oh, I see. Oh, that's so stupid. Okay. So, of course, when we're selecting something in the family list view, then this triggers the selection callback, this runs, and then here, after the selection callback on the wait list, we clear the size list. So maybe we should just leave that alone. Let the wait list view deal with that. Is what we should do, actually. Yeah, this is better. Okay, and then we just want to update the sample label in all of these callbacks. Okay, so the behavior is a little bit weird when I go to them sometimes. It's a little glitched, but I'm sure we can track that down. In general, this is starting to feel pretty cool. Oh, I see. Oh yeah, right. We need to auto select the size. So let's see about that. Same mechanism as up here, so when we are transferring the sizes, we need to put them in a hash table. Or actually, we don't need to do that because we only have one each, but we do need to track here. Let's see. old size and new list. Okay. Oh, actually, we can even do it up here. If m size has value and sizes dot size is, because size now is the index of the next item we're about to append. So if this is m, or rather m size value is equal to font presentation size, then index of old size in new list is that. Okay. I guess this is really, this can be expressed way nicer like with value or. So just there we go. Yeah. That's cool. And I guess that solves our problem where the nothing would be selected sometimes. Oh, should we allow you to have node selection? I don't know that we have a way to enforce that right now, so that might be something to add to the list view widget, but basically it should be forced to have some selection. Whatever, we don't have to solve that right now, but this is still pretty cool though. So poof, and if you press OK, then we should return from the dialog. Okay. I need to find the button. Okay, so OK button. That's the OK button. Okay, we're getting close to finishing here. OK button on click. Done. Exec OK. And cancel will work very similarly, except we will say exec cancel. Okay, let's see how this goes. So I want this font. Poof! Look at that. It's pretty cool. Of course, this breaks this menu, but now we don't really need this menu anymore, so we could actually get rid of it. So I think this app should definitely only allow you to select fixed width fonts, because these variable width fonts don't look super great this way. And then should we allow the user to resize this? I guess it's not the end of the world, but... So, I mean, I think we have a pretty decent font picker here. Pretty happy with it. So it does need a little bit of polish. Like for example, we could say like bold, regular, extra bold, things like that, instead of showing the numeric weights. Also, we could sort the weights so that they're in order. Likewise here, these could be sorted alphabetically. There's some polish to do here and there, but in general, I think this is a very respectable start. So we're gonna do commits here. Let's see, what did we do in widget? Just registration for list view, okay. And widget registration for GUI list view. All right. And then we're adding a font picker, so add a GUI font picker dialog class. This allows you to pick and choose a font that with a more intuitive. Pick and choose a font by selecting the family, weight, and size you want. It shows you a nice preview, sentence, and everything. Cool. Yeah, so let's do the fixed width filter thing. Let's see, how do we do that? I guess that would be a parameter here, basically. Current font, fixed width only, false, and then we'll want to pass this in. Yeah, and then in terminal we will say true. And then we'll have to skip over these if they're if it's fixed width only and it's not a fixed width font. I'll just skip over. Yeah, so now you only see the fixed width fonts here. That's pretty cool. Quite nice. Yeah, that's very, very nice. There's maybe some more stuff we could show here. Like we could have like an icon that means fixed width versus not fixed width. If you wanted to select fonts elsewhere, I think we don't really have an app where you would select anything but a fixed width font at the moment because we only have this in text editor and in terminal. So, but ultimately this will be useful for selecting the system font and stuff like that. It's just currently there's no way to do that at runtime. Anyway, this is still very cool. So let's just add this API extension thing. Allow GUI file picker to filter show only fixed width fonts. Yeah. This is useful when you really only want something monospaced. Yeah, exactly. So how do we integrate this a bit more nicely in the terminal? So we can get rid of the font menu, and it could be like made part of the settings, but I feel like it's pretty reasonable to have it as a separate thing. Maybe view and font, put it in the view menu. Okay, let's see, term main font menu can go away. So we don't need him anymore. Poof. Font database, gone. Okay, and then the pick font action, we will add it also to the view menu. Let's see, and F4 is obviously not the best shortcut for this. So Control-Shift-F, that's already fine. Maybe we shouldn't have a keyboard shortcut for this, because like, why do you need a keyboard shortcut to change your font? Like, what are you even doing? If you're changing that much that you need a shortcut for it, it's a bit weird. So I think it's okay to not have a shortcut for that, because you don't want to accidentally bring that up anyway. Same with the settings, like you don't want to accidentally bring that up. Should we call it like terminal font? Might be better. Terminal font. And we could probably... terminal menus are a little bit like... I don't know what to do with them. Have to think more about that at some point, how to organize them. But I do think we could put a separator. Maybe I like to have the settings at the bottom of the context menu, and same with the thing here, that we would put a separator here in the view menu. It's nice to put separators between things that are not super related. So here, right? That feels nicer. Oh, escape should probably close that thing, just like it does with this thing. All right, that's cool though. So let's, wait, did it actually work? Terminal font. Ah, excellent. So in the terminal, the previous implementation would actually store the font in the config. So let's do the same thing so that we remember the font. Okay, let's just see that that works. So that if we select a different font, it sticks. So let's pick a small font and then open a new terminal. Poof, it totally works. Very cool. Okay. Terminal. Switch to using GUI font picker for choosing terminal font. Yes. Okay, and let's do the same thing with text editor. Font database. So I feel like we can stop caring about that here as well. Font menu. Yeah, goodbye. Okay, and then view menu simply needs a similar thing here to what we just did. And of course we need to actually include it. Okay. And here we can call it the editor font. And you don't like me because that's a reference. Oops. And you wanted a pointer. Okay, so now we have editor font here. Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It doesn't work though. That's an issue. Wait, so what did the previous thing do? Oh, I guess we need to actually, yeah, it's supposed to operate on a separate widget. So editor set font. And then we need to do editor font like that. Because we were just changing the font of the main widget of the window. That doesn't achieve anything. So let's do a separator after this guy as well, so that we don't bunch together the syntax, highlighting settings, and the font. Editor font. Yeah, that's good. Maybe closer to the top, actually. This feels like it's quite important. Maybe we'll put it... oh, how about we put it at the very top, actually? Why not? Okay, so if I wanted to edit the markdown in a different font, I feel like it didn't have the right font pre-selected for me. Because this is Chilla 412 that I'm coming in here with. So why doesn't that work? Did that not work in terminal? Chilla 710. Yeah, this is also wrong. Yeah, right. So it's not doing the right thing. So let's see, what's that doing? Set font. The graphics font is okay, and then let's tell everybody what we figured out in the end. Indexes are family index, weight index, and size index. Okay, so we picked 0, 0, 0. That's not right. So we're coming in here with the right idea. Oh wait, are we? No, we're not. This is the right idea. This is Chilla 412. And then it does a set font incorrectly. But this is sort of the API set font. Update sample label does a set font. Wait, so this triggers a set font. Oh, okay, so that's all wrong. Update sample label. Wait, what's even going on here? Oops. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay. 412. Hello, friends. Yeah, right. And then we change it to Lisa 924. It still didn't actually change. And it didn't change here either. What the heck? M editor set font. M editor. Oh, and then we need to do an update. Wait, doesn't set font implicitly update? It does. Yeah, so you don't need to update. But what the heck? Let's see. Picker font qualified name. Got a little bit of bugginess still to deal with. So what's going on here? Choosing a font. Chilla 12400. Oh shit, right, because now we're never setting that thing. Update sample label. Yeah, so we need to actually store that font. All right. Oops. It's going a little bit shaky here, but I think this will get us back on track. So we were just not storing it correctly. So here, if we switch fonts, it's all dandy. If we switch here to this font, that actually updates now. So it still doesn't pick the right font though. Why is this so? 910. Wait, that is the right one. It's just picking index 0 for these. I guess when we set the font, we should clear all these. So family, size empty, everything's empty. Okay, and then wait. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Finally, that did the trick. All right. So we have some fixes to the font picker itself. We'll start with those. GUI. Correctly select the current font when opened. Yeah. All right, and then port the text editor app to use font picker. Switch to using GUI font picker for choosing editor font. Speaking. Yes, that's very nifty. All right, well, that was a little bit messy there, but I think it's in decent shape. Obviously, it does need more polish, but I think as a place to start from, this is pretty decent. Hello, friends. This is way better than picking it from this list of fonts that we started out with, right? Because now you can actually interactively see how the different settings look like. I think that's really good. And of course, this will also help now that we have some more font support coming into the system soon. That some folks are working on, Stefan, especially. So it'll be good to have something like this for browsing the fonts. Anyway, we are going to end it here for today. This is the end of the video because feature is good. So if you made it this far, then I thank you for watching, for hanging out, and I hope that you saw something interesting here today. I certainly think it started out very nice using GML to make the interface, and then fumbled around a bit with these. Not quite my comfort zone to do this sort of thing, but it turns out pretty okay. And I'm sure that we can figure out improvements, but I like where we ended up. So thank you very much for watching. I hope that it was somehow interesting, and I will see you next year. Bye.